Hello and welcome back. Thanks for tuning back in. Today I will be doing the ranking of all the Heroscape figures that came out in 2024. There's 25 of them, so just like I ranked 2025 releases, there was 25 releases. In 2024, there was 25 new characters to play with. I think I've ranked all of these individually by the box they came out in, but this is intermixed, so a lot of it is going to be the same, and I'm not going to try to go into too many details onto why, because I've already done it. And for 25 of them, that'll be kind of a lot, and I'm trying to get through this one pretty quick, because again, I've talked about all these already. But if you have any disagreements, which I'm sure people will, I would love to hear about it, because I do think it's interesting to see what other people are using, um, just just for fun. See what random character that they like to play with that maybe isn't the best character around. All right, so number 25, this is Bokburna. This is a Morrow figure. It's a pirate or an admiral, captain, something or other. And so cool, but so hard to use and doesn't really work that well. Number 24, this is Admiral EJ1M. Also super cool figure. I love the sculpt and character design. And it has some cool abilities, but it's just so expensive that it really can't be used, at least competitively. Maybe I can find a use for it in some other stuff. Number 23, this is Rakchot, which has gotten better with more small beasts that she can bond with and control, but I just don't see a world in which she hits her points. Not being able to recharge her special attack with her special attack things, I feel like kind of ruins her character. I think they did her a disservice there. If they had just made that one change, I think she would have been actually viable. Number 22, this is Glenerva. I really like this character, and I think it has a really weird niche with maybe Classicscape, but most, all the tournaments that we're playing now, the contemporary tournaments, you can't use Classic for the most part. There's a couple I know out there in other places, but in Florida so far, I have not played in any. Hopefully that changes in the near future. I'm trying to run some. But as it is, cool character, and I think her sculpt is also really cool, but not the most viable right now. Number 21, this is the Amara. This is the Olar Kiri figure that I think is going to get better here shortly when they release the new elites. But as it is right now, she has one figure that she kind of has synergy with. In contemporary, I know that there's some older ones that, again, haven't really got to explore all that because we don't run those types of tournaments here. But yeah, I think she's a bit weaker. I think it can work out, but maybe better soon. And then that goes right into number 20, Mielke, the synergizer with her, but has a double attack and some other nice little bonuses that I think is a little bit better. And number 19, this is Miserex. This is the 50-point figure that comes in the master set that couldn't do her full powers until the Kiri set came out, which puts me at number 18, Kilkarax, the figure that came out in that box that she needs to pass her spirit power onto, kind of like the old Thorgrim and Finn that did in the old one, but she didn't have the person to pass to until later. And I think now that's kind of where they're at. They're there. I haven't really explored it as much as I'd like. It's just not that exciting. But they could be a nice, like 150 point or 55 point, whatever it is. 145 points, somewhere in there. Like I think it's 145 point. Maybe like roundup crew at the end for the end game to try to finish off anything. And then number 17, this is Dorum. I don't use him a lot either, but I really do like some of his stuff, and I know that he has some classic synergy that I will hopefully get to explore one day. I don't have the characters because they're quite expensive, and I haven't 3D printed or bought any of those yet. But still a relatively cool guy. Number 16, this is Xenothrax, the big dragon that is kind of the brand ambassador for the master set, and I find her extremely annoying to use. She has some new synergies and things with her new little dragons, but just not that good, and I don't find her that fun to use, if I'm being honest. And I've tried. I did take her to a tournament and I did okay, but at the time, taking her against the Bears, it was just never going to work. Number 15, this is Queen Kieran, who probably isn't as good as this is. I just like her. She has a cool spear where she can lower the defense value that the opponent is rolling. And now she does bond with those scions just like Xenothrax does. And I think that that makes her a little bit more valuable to me. And I think it makes her more usable than Xenothrax because she's not insanely expensive or clunky on the battlefield. She's a little slow, but that works really well with the scions, I think. I think that's a little bit better. Number 14, this is Onshu, the beast familiar that flies. Everybody likes this one for whatever reason. I think it's okay. It does have a lot of utility because now it bonds with quite a lot of units in Contemporary. And again, it does fly, and it does have 2 attacks. They're just really weak. So it has its uses, but not my favorite. And then number 13, this is the other one. This is Kita, and I like this one a little bit better, obviously. It doesn't fly, but you can attack it from range, I believe, and a couple other little things. I think it holds on just a little bit better. Number 12, this is Killian. This is a pirate that has kind of like a shotgun special attack like some of the old expansion figures. And I quite like that. He's kind of a glass cannon, but I enjoy using him. Probably not as good as I'm putting him at, but I think either he fulfills like none of his points or he goes way above and beyond. Also have to kind of protect him, kind of like Queen Kieran. You have to kind of shield him a little bit, but can do a lot of damage. Then number 11, this is Awashia. Also kind of the same, where you can do a lot of damage to a group of people in one roll if you roll that one attack really well. And I was really looking forward to this character because she creates her own water. I like that. I think that's fun. And now she's a little bit better than she was on release too, so quite like her. Number 10, this is Cornelius Breach. This is another pirate. This was a promo figure. And you can kind of have, it's almost like a second in command. Like you have a captain and then you can kind of fall back to him as captain. It's quite hard to pull off, and admittedly I haven't done it yet, but I think the idea is intriguing enough. And I do think even if you don't use that power, he has some value and quite strong. So still fun. And then number 9, this is another promo figure. This is Drake Alexander III. The third iteration, I'm not sure what the official, probably just AOA is what the official name is, but I just like giving them numbers. I like this iteration of Drake the best, I think. He can fly now, he has like a grappling thing to grab people. I really like it. Number 8, another promo figure. This is Shiori. This is the second one of her now. And she is so much fun because you can just attack her and she can just, woof, go away. Multiple attacks per turn, kind of like Onshu. They're really weak, but they can, like, once a round be boosted to, like, 3, I think. But a lot of fun. Number 7, this is the Exiles. They are pirates with range. They get, like, 1 shot per round, the 4 of them. I think that their value has probably slipped a little bit as more ranged figures are coming out. But I do think that they do have some cool value and have a lot of unique powers that I find them to be probably more valuable than I'm giving them credit for, and I don't use them a ton, but I do like them. All right, so number 6, this is Fiabani. This is another pirate captain, and she also kind of has a similar thing to Shiori where she can escape from attacks, but only from squad figures, which I find that to be really interesting, and just another fun concept, and she does have the range once around like the Exiles, so I think she's a fun character to use. And then number 5, I have the Knaves. This is the pirate squad. And these are also really interesting because offensively, they can pack a huge punch. If they can get in and attack before they get picked off on their way in, they can do a lot. I've gone in and assassinated quite a few figures with Knaves before, and it's happened to me. They are quite good, but defensively, they will die on almost the first attack every time. And then number 4, this is Raylan 3. This is where she is part of Utgar's army, and she has a cool aura in this one where she lowers the opponent's defense. This is a lot of fun. I feel like, and with 100 points, I think that that's pretty valuable, and you can kind of throw her into any army, and it adds the value. I like it a lot. But does have quite a big target on her back. She is like almost always the person that everybody tries to attack first because it's a big deal. And then number 3, this is Lovi Attack. And she's also pretty cool. She has the skull power where each skull you roll is worth 1 more. So you can kind of assassinate some figures, especially if you get on height. And she has flying. And she allows the squads to re-roll once a round. And it can save a whole round, honestly. I feel like it's well worth it. Though she is weak and can die relatively easily, I think that she brings enough value that she's worth protecting. I wanted to add in right here that I forgot the Iron Lich and the Wraith Riders because I did not rank their box, so they are here. This is Night Irene. This is the Bonder with the Frost Claws, or at least the original one. Now there's more, but she is not my favorite to use, and I don't like the bears at all, but I can't deny the value, and the amount of games I've lost to the bears is, by and large, the majority of the games that I've lost. And I just don't want to use them because I find them boring. But they are so effective, it's ridiculous. It really, teams with them in it are immediately more viable. And that leaves number 1, the Frost Claws. This is the squad that bonds with her. I think they are the base, and in this group, she goes with them and does add a significant chunk of value to them. But with them alone, you can bond with Classic Escape, or now there's Adelburn. So I think that they were the top of 2024 for sure. They were in just about every army, and they were winning pretty much everything. But that is the top 25 of this. I think I kept it relatively short and did give a brief description of them all anyway. But I hope you liked it and you tune back in. I think the next one, we're going back to board games with top things of the year for whatever year that I'm on. So thanks for watching. Bye.